Good morning, yogis. It is the beginning of day 5. It is Sunday, and it's nice and early. We got up around 7ish. We have an appointment today. I'm meeting with someone from a holistic center here in Nigeria called the Happiness Center. So I think I mentioned them yesterday because we had tried to do a collaboration where I was going to guest teach at their facilities, but the numbers weren't there. We probably just didn't have enough time to do a good promo on it. And let's be honest, these people don't know who I am. Nobody in Nigeria knows who I am. They don't know me from a can of paint. So so that didn't go through, but rather that fell through. But still meeting with the owner and going to have a tour of the site. So if I'm able to get content whilst there, I'll do so. And if not, then we'll touch base with you a little bit later. I think we might be going to the arts market, like the Lekki Arts and Crafts Market, I think it's called. We were not able to do so yesterday because it was a complete pour down the entire day. So we might do that today. I know that we're definitely going to be back at Slow though for brunch, so we'll get to provide you with some content that we weren't able to do Friday night when we were at Slow for dinner. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, come along for the ride.
Hope that I'm blessed, heartbeat in my chest, won't fold, won't stress. I give my best, no I won't stop. Game plan, I plot too hot, can't stop, next stop.
Yeah. Hey Taconas, welcome. So this was a special day. We came across this institution called the Happiness Center. And initially I had come to this place because I had hoped to do a collaboration that would see me, the Alkali Yogi, collaborate and teach a class at this here institution, also known as the Happiness Center, which is in Victoria Island in Lagos. The owner is opposite me. His name is Ishé Jain. Forgive me if I've chewed up the name. Comment below if I've mispronounced his last name, but I believe it is Ishé Jain. And Ishé has been living in Lagos now for over 11 years. He came here initially to work in IT, but has his own guru back in India, and felt that there was something missing in his life whilst being here in beautiful Nigeria. So he decided to go into the business of opening up a holistic wellness center, which according to Ishé is actually the very first one of its sort on the continent of Africa. Again, Taconas and viewers alike, let us know if you know this to be true or not. Because if this is the case, then wow. There is a lot of opportunity for those of us who are melanated and living in the West to maybe come back to the continent and bring more institutions like the Happiness Center to Africa. So the Happiness Center offers many services. In addition to offering yoga, they also offer treatments. We're going to get a tour of the space, including viewing the space in which I would have taught a yoga class had we had enough time to to actually advertise it. But beginning immediately off of the foyer, which is the entrance point to the Happiness Center, you'll find to your left a boutique. And a really cute and clever one at that, because you can find things like pashminas, loose articles of clothing and garments that can be used for practice or for meditation. Really innovative yoga mats that are hand sewn, actually, which for me was a first. So plenty of things to look at here, as well as beauty products, tinctures, herbs, bitters, and the like, to sort of give everyone something to potentially grab your attention. This was a really cool space, and the products, I was assured, all came from India, were either handmade or sewn, and that is including the tinctures and the bitters, all of which are meant to restore wellness, well-being, and calmness to the mind-body connection. This is, in fact, one of those mats that I was referring to that's been hand sewn. Now, I would have thought, actually, that given that this was made from fibers, that it would be quite grippy, but as Akshay told me, it's actually not. It still does require a towel. Still, I can't help but think that it's better to always practice on natural fibers, organic matter, as opposed to something that's synthetic. And the reason for that, as you now know, yogis, it's because, well, the inside world, that being your organs, your connective tissue, your tendons, your molecular system in terms of your atoms, your molecular makeup, that is, in terms of your atom in your cells, all of that is in constant communication. Your glands, everything is in constant communication with the outside world. So imagine what it would mean for your practice to be able to have your shavasana on something that's organic, so that your inside can in fact communicate with your outside, right? It can connect to the fibers, which then connects you to the earth. Remember, there is no separation between us and the environment, because the environment is in fact nature, and we too are in fact nature. Unless some of us are genetically modified or transhuman. Drop it in the comment box below if that's you. Otherwise, safe to say that you too are still organic matter, and you can benefit from anything that is made organically and naturally. Over to the other side of this retail shop, you can see that there is a bit of a garden area. I don't know if we end up covering it in this tour just yet. Stay tuned, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get to see the outside garden. But whether or not we get to cover it in this particular tour, I do want to let all of the viewers know that there is a cafe that will be opening up very shortly on this estate, so on this very compound. And when it does open, the idea is to grab and procure fresh herbs, fresh plants for teas and things of that nature right there in the little garden area that they are procuring, currently cultivating at the Happiness Center. And so this is one of the products that I picked up. As you can see, the company is called Sri Sri. So again, something that you could look up if you're interested and wanting to find something else. Oh, how could I have forgotten to mention that the Happiness Center, as it's known worldwide, is actually available on multiple continents. Obviously, they have a home base in India, but they also have a flagship center in New York City, as well as Washington, D.C., which I've yet to visit, and in other places. And forgive me, it's actually not known internationally as the Happiness Center. I believe that it's the Happiness Center in Nigeria, but it's known under the umbrella, and it's housed under the umbrella of the brand known as The Art of Living. So something for you all to think about. So just because you're not in Nigeria right now and can't frequent this particular outlet, doesn't mean that there isn't a location near you where you could also take yoga classes and other treatments, maybe do a little retail shopping, a little retail therapy for those of you that are keen on exchanging some of the toxic stuff that you might have in your home for something that is more natural, more life affirming. And so we come back out to the foyer now. We're going to take a little bit of a tour of the space, which houses multiple treatment rooms, a yoga room, an outdoor jardin, or as they would say in English, garden. And in this particular space, this is actually where you come for your consultation with the Ayurvedic doctor, who you've just caught a glimpse of. So not on this day, but Ishé and I had the pleasure of coming back a couple of days later and actually having a consultation rather with the doctor, with the Ayurvedic doctor, who explained to us that he studied over 5.5 years to become an Ayurvedic doctor after his postgraduate degree. So obviously a lot of stuff, a lot of information that he has gained, a lot of tools and skill set. But what's remarkable about that is that Ayurvedic medicine has actually been around for thousands of years. And so we know it to be something that obviously works, because if it was broken, people wouldn't still be practicing it. And the beauty of Ayurvedic medicine is that, just like anything that comes from ancient wisdom and traditions, is that you know that it's going to be a holistic approach, meaning that they're going to look at the entirety of the person, not just what's happening in terms of their symptomology, because oftentimes the symptomology is really just a clue into where the root cause actually emanates from. And again, needing to also understand what's happening with yourself emotionally, spiritually, not just in terms of your nutrition and your hydration, but what are your relationships currently like, whether they be it romantic or other loved ones or colleagues or other peers. All of this will affect and impact your overall well-being. An Ayurvedic doctor, just like any ancient traditional healer, will want to know about what's happening in your life. Will want to assess you by forming a more accurate, more informed picture of how it is that you're living and navigating today, how it is that you are digesting and processing life and everything that it's throwing at us. And boy, has it thrown a lot our way over the last 2 years. Or were you living under a rock? This is the yoga space. As you can see, it's really bright and airy, and it leads right into the garden. And it's a nice room because it's not too big. Oh, guys, I made a mistake. This is not the yoga room. This, in fact, right here, this is the meditation room, even cozier and more intimate. And if memory serves me right, this is natural fiber that we're standing on, meaning that this is real hardwood floor. One of the issues with the way that we're building now is that oftentimes these faux hardwood floors, they also inhibit our ability to keep our internal environment communicating with our external environment. And when you don't have a flow of information, that's when sickness can appear in the body, stress, tension, a breakdown, a misunderstanding, if you will. And so again, being in anything that's natural, being clothed in natural garments, being on a natural surface, which again takes me back to why having a yoga mat that's made from organic material can be more beneficial than having something that is synthetic. Again, it gives you and your body and your energy and your molecular cells the opportunity to keep that free flow of information between inside environment and outside environment. Then your body can appropriately assess whether you should be in fight or flight, or whether you should be in rest or digest. The problem that we're facing as people of the West is that we are in chronic fight or flight, which is creating a host of diseases that weren't even around 150, 200 years ago. Lifestyle diseases, autoimmune diseases, all of which are a true reflection of the fact that we are chronically stressed, chronically feeling fatigued, feeling overwhelmed, feeling undersupported, not just by the food that we're eating because it's nutrient. What's the opposite of dense? It's nutrient light, we'll say. You know, the water which has been stripped, the air which has been polluted. All of this puts us under a tremendous amount of stress, never mind the 9 to 5, the grind of paying bills, etc. So having spaces like these that are still embodying old ways of coping, self-soothing, managing life and its challenges are more essential now than ever before. The pill is not always the solution that we should be seeking. Sometimes we actually have to put in time and effort to say, hey, I'm not going to produce today. Instead, I'm going to take out for myself. Rather than working out, I'm going to work in to put back some of the energy, some of the fuel, some of the resources that we expend happily in order to produce, to create, to acquire. But rarely do we think about refilling the cup that we've emptied. Spaces like these remind us that it's important that we carve out that time, that we go inwards, that we create a space where it's safe, it's comforting, it's healing, and it's inviting. And that, for me, is really the essence of what this center is about. Hopefully, I'll have the opportunity to create something similar to this or something similar to what Dr. Sebi did in Honduras, so that I can also help to house and hold space for people that are aware, awakened, and wanting to heal themselves, to get back to nature, to get closer to the highest version of ourselves. And that person is not the person that's creating the spreadsheets and the Excel, the PowerPoints rather, and the Excel spreadsheets to promote X, Y, and Z, or to procure another year of employment at our 9 to 5. That's not who we are. That's not what we're here for. Unfortunately, that has become a product of what we need to do to survive. But it's these spaces right here that remind you that life can be sweet and is worth living, because it helps us to slow things down, to reduce the stimulus from the outside world, to go to a place that feels more like a sanctuary, a place of refuge, a place of love. So my hope is that you have enjoyed this short but sweet tour of the Happiness Center. I can tell you that Ishé and I greatly enjoyed our time there, our one-on-one consultation with the fabulous Ayurvedic doctor who prescribed a couple of treatments as well as things that we should be avoiding in terms of our nutrition, things that we should be adding, such as more time for meditation and breath work. We're taking all of that to heart, taking it with us. And hopefully you have gotten something out of this video too. And if your plan is to visit the Happiness Center, well, please let us know. Come back into our comments. Let us know what your experience was and what you had done. I personally got the Marna, which is more of like almost like an energetic type of gentle massage. Ishé, he got the Shirodhara and the Abhyangam, which sounded amazing from what he tells me. Ishé happens to be here now. Do you care to recap?
Yeah, so my experience was like I've never experienced something like that before. So I had the consultation. He told me just by taking my pulse, what sort of things are going on in my body, and he kind of called out a lot of things that if I've got hurt in the past, like he knew, like say like for instance, I hurt my back in the gym or something a couple of times. Like he could tell just by taking my pulse. He can tell like what kind of health I was in, what kind of shape I was in just by taking my pulse. So after that, he wrote down some things for me to work on, like some exercises to do, some running, some jogging, some walking. He even wrote down some things to keep out of my diet, like alcohol. So, not that I'm a lush or anything, but he said I should, try to cut out alcohol, try to cut out, cheeses, pizza. So I fluctuate between being a vegan, vegetarian, and pescatarian. So I definitely am not supposed to have pizza but I will opt for the vegan pizza with vegan cheese. But that's another story. But anyway, after that, they took me into a room, the room we saw earlier. So I laid down there. Well, first I had to get halfway naked, and they gave me like a thong thing to put on. And so basically I got a massage by two of the doctors, one on each side, and they put some hot sort of oil. I don't know what kind of oil it was, but it smelled good. And they just, massaged it in my skin, all over. And it was a really good experience. I mean, I never been relaxed like that in my life. Like it was just an amazing massage and treatment. They even like did a hot oil treatment on my hair and my head and my scalp. Yeah, this was an amazing experience. I really suggest that you check it out. Check out this the Happiness Center. Just go in there, get a consultation, or just get get a healing massage, if you will, or just check out the grounds. So that was my experience. It was good overall, and it was worth every bit.
I love you.
Nigerian grass. It's non-GMO. Look at the thick blade. I love you.
So, all in all, we were both really happy with our time here. It was a great little reset whilst on our holiday. I feel like we supported a business that we want to see more of on the continent and just serving the population and mankind in general. So, thank you for joining us on this short little tour of the Happiness Center. Again, we highly recommend it, but want to know, what are your thoughts? Are you planning to go, or have you been? What did you think? In any case, let's keep this conversation going. Until next time.
So where do we come from? We came from Shavasana, and she went to go check on her place where she could hopefully she could teach yoga, but it's very slow yoga week, and we didn't get the Shavasana or the asana, but I don't know what I'm talking about. You can see.
He's done yoga twice since we've been here now.
Now
Now he's a yogi full on.
I'm a yogi. You see the neighborhood we're in? Reminds me of back home. Or this home.
Which home?
I am back home. And we're at this we're gonna go to this pub right now. Look like it's about 11 a.m. The pub looks like it's 10. It's not even 11. The pub look like they're open.
That's right. We're not going to get there for sure.
That's cool. Even though it's early, if they're late, then we would.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Our reservation's for 11. It's only 10 past 10.
Yeah. The Morrow Cane restaurant.
Well,
You got anything to say for the people?
mad. Just it feels really right to be here. You know, it really does. Feels really, really good. Come to Africa. Come home. Look at the chicken crossing the road.
And, you know, Africa is not without its challenges like everywhere else,
Yeah,
but
requires a lot of patience.
nothing worth having is easy. All you need is a plan and some positive endurance, some persistence, resilience, and
Which you have plenty
some money.
of, sir.
just a little money.
Which
You
you
need
have
that.
plenty of, sir.
Who's that? Who's that woman? I just need some coffee.
It worked.
That's right.
Know your role, woman.
Welcome to my crib. Let's go. early. My chefs are in the back preparing a dynamite brunch breakfast. And I'm so glad you got to join us. So follow me this way. Can you hold this? Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. I have garbage for this. Thank you. Maybe we could sit outside. Is there outside seating available?
Yeah, would that be okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome to Slow. So now we're on the other side of the sign. We came up that little runway there. We have decided to dine in the outdoor area. So this is where we are. Oddly enough, time capsule. Cigarettes, or rather ashtrays. Let me give you a tour since I couldn't do this for you on Friday night. Welcome to Slow. This place on Friday night was packed, literally, with the who's who of Lagos, of Niger. Instagram influencers, celebrities, actors, musicians, and the like. Quite the scene. We had booked ourselves an 11 o'clock reservation, and we found ourselves here early, so we get to enjoy the space almost to ourselves. Here they have live music. The talk of the town, Slow. Booths. Stocked in a way that I've not seen even Manhattan bars, Brooklyn bars be stocked. Greenery, lush plants everywhere, reminding you that you are outside even when you're inside. How fun, the communal table. That's where I would book my party.
What? Oh. Wow.
Ashtray. It's like a time capsule.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Sorry,
I just
I have the chef just informed me that the smoked salmon sandwich
I love you.
is unavailable at the moment. Yeah.
Oh, it's unavailable? Okay. Okay, yeah, we're just the blueberry waffles then.
We also have another sandwich, which is the ham and cheese.
Oh yeah, we don't eat any meat, only fish. So yeah.
What
But
about this? The avocado on toast. But it comes with egg. I can put the egg on the side, if you don't mind. It's the same bread, but it comes with avocado. It's very nice.
let me check with the lady.
Okay, let me go for it.
Okay.
But while I'm checking, you're making the blueberry waffles. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. They are out of the salmon. So you want to know if we wanted the almond toast with
Avocado?
yeah, avocado toast.
Did you decide?
I was waiting. I wanted to see what you was think. What you would think.
Mind timing up, please? That's too bad.
So I like brunch.
Oh, but that comes with eggs.
Yeah, he said he could put it on the side. But
Okay. Oh, could we do it without the eggs? Or
Yeah, I
we could
mean-
do this, the lavender tomato flatbread. Which do you prefer? This
Yeah.
without eggs or this?
what is labneh? Spread? What kind of spread is that?
I think it's Lebanese. I'm not sure. Let me look it up.
So they just informed me we're out of salmon. Then he said, "How about a ham sandwich?" I'm like, "No, man. We don't eat none of that stuff." So
All right, yogis, we are back. By the way, did you guys see this? A little Latin girl magic.
oh, we can add portobello mushrooms.
Ooh, should we add mushrooms to the avocado toast? Oh, so now you're wanting some of my avocado toast. Now he wants some of my avocado toast. 45 seconds ago, he's like, I'm gonna get the blueberry waffles for me. You do you.
No, I mean,
Do you mind handing me the menu back, babe? Thank you, sir.
Chima, these are the two selections we have.
Lovely, lovely. Very good. I'll have this. Lovely, thank you. You guys also serve decaf coffee?
Yes, no, we do.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
just confirm to have
No, 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 it's okay. I was just asking.
So can I put them?
yes.
Just like home.
Okay. Let me go get hot water for you.
To get
I'm gonna
what?
get hot water for the tea.
Oh, okay, sure. Very good.
Oh,
Thank you.
We'll just order the avocado toast.
Avocado toast.
Yeah, eggs on the side.
Eggs on the side.
Who's gonna eat the eggs? You? No eggs, unless
No
you're going to
eggs.
eat them.
I'll try it.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And portobello mushrooms.
Okay, let me see if we have a side of mushroom.
Okay.
So the eggs, how do you want it? Running or medium?
Medium.
Medium.
So confession, I love eggs. I've not eaten them for, wow, 5 years.
I don't think I can eat them, but I don't want to waste it.
It's not a waste if you don't have them cook them, babe.
But when he comes back, I'll just take it.
Right? Because then you just leave them in the kitchen for somebody else to order.
Yeah, I mean, we can for it.
It's what we're used to, though, as people with a different dietary restrictions. So. You don't get a discount for asking to keep the eggs, the ham, the bacon, the sausages off. I wish we were in that world, but c'est la vie, that's just the way it goes.
That's live. Yep.
It's not the best light, is it, guys? It's a little bit better. Look at how lush it is. Do I not look like I'm in paradise? In Tropicana? Because she is. Oh, we need to get you in one of these, sir. Sir.
Yes, indeed.
The garments here for the men, I find it so flattering because it's so fitted and tailored. It's very flattering. It gives the essence of I'm in Africa, but I'm cool, I'm sophisticated, I'm easy breezy, you know, and yet still put together. You know, I stay cool in my linen, and yet I still stay together. I'll just show you from the back what he looks like. Just give you a little glimpse. Good. Thank you. You guys also serve decaf coffee?
Yes, well, we do. But let me just confirm it's
No,
available.
no, it's okay. I was just asking.
Okay. So can I put it down?
Yes, sir.
Just like home.
Okay. Let me go get your water for you.
To get
Want to get hot water for the tea?
Oh, okay, sure. Very good.
Oh,
Thank you.
and we'll just order the avocado toast.
Avocado and toast.
Yeah, eggs on the side.
Eggs on the side.
Who's gonna eat the eggs? You? No eggs, unless you're going to eat them.
I'll try.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And portobello mushrooms.
Okay, let me see if we have a side of mushroom.
Okay.
So the eggs, how do you want it? Running or medium?
So medium.
Medium.
So confession, I love eggs. I've not eaten them for, wow, 5 years.
I don't think I can eat them, but I don't want to waste them.
It's not the best light, is it, guys? It's a little bit better. Look at how lush it is. Do I not look like I'm in paradise? In Tropicana? Because she is. Oh, we need to get you in one of these, sir. Sir!
Yes, indeed.
The garments here for the men, I find it so flattering because it's so fitted and tailored, very flattering. It gives the essence of I'm in Africa, but I'm cool, I'm sophisticated, I'm easy breezy, you know, and yet still put together. You know, I stay cool in my linen, and yet I still stay together. I'll just show you from the back what he looks like. Just give you a little glimpse. Brekkie has arrived. Avocado toast, sans the eggs, but with a side of portobello mushrooms. And for my partner here, we have some blueberry waffles. What say you? A little bit understated.
Yeah, you know, just a little something, something.
A little something, something.
A little something, something.
Okay, okay. Don't forget, 50% of that is mine. Allow me to remind you. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is...
L to the ease up. Know how to get down.
I know how to get down?
Know how to get down.
So, Brekkie. Nice avocado toast with my chamomile tea. Light, clean, easy, breezy.
Duty calls.
Breezy.
Duty calls. Just a light breakfast, you know, something light
La,
work.
la, 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 la. I'm gonna sit next to you so we can chat.
All right.
La 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 la. We're so annoying. How do people put up with us?
La 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 la.
La 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 la. We're so demanding. Bring the eggs, keep the eggs. Bring the mushrooms. We want the mushrooms.
Yeah, hurry up with my mushroom.
What? this meal. Bless the hands that prepare this meal. Bless our bodies that they may receive the nutrition and fuel from this meal. Bless those around us and those even apart from us who have less and are in need. Please provide for them as well. Continue to protect us. We give all thanks to you. Amen. Great Spirit, ahoy. I get the first bite?
Scoot over.
Mmm.
I want to be shy.
Mmm.
Be sure I saved it to the hard drive.
Wanna
Everything.
take this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're okay now?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the blueberries are big.
That's what she said.
He
Oh, wait a
needs
minute.
dad.
You're right in the pole.
He needs dad. Yeah. See how he does me?
Oh.
See how he does me?
With the pole?
He wants me to be on the pole.
Let me get you a job.
They're good, the waffles. Seemingly understated in terms of the presentation, but it tastes
Yeah.
really lovely.
It is, yeah, so we're having a light brunch. A lot of stuff we can't eat being vegetarian / vegans. How I like to say, vegetarian. We're vegetarians. So they were all out of salmon, so we're gonna have the raw salmon sandwich, smoked salmon. We can eat that. I mean, we go between vegan, vegetarian, and pescatarian. But by no way are we trying to have, like, you know, sausage and bacon and eggs. So yeah, that's the only thing about we can say about Nigeria. Well, Lagos. We haven't been everywhere, but yeah, it is not friendly so much for vegans and vegetarians. You have to really search out, and you might even have to walk in the kitchen and talk to the chef.
As we were just schooled
Yeah.
by Ishé at the Happiness Center, he told us that even with the jollof rice, you have to inquire. It
Yeah.
could have been made with broth, you know, bean broth, or sorry,
Beef.
beef or chicken broth. I don't think ours was from Bogohiri a couple of nights ago, simply because I've not had meat in 15 years personally. And about 10 years ago, I had ordered some vegetarian pho, you know, like the Vietnamese soup pho. And it was vegetarian. That's what I requested, that's what it said. Turns out it was made with a beef broth. Maybe unbeknownst to the server, certainly unbeknownst to me, because it said vegetarian soup. Well, let me tell you, within 2 hours, I was nearly at hospital. Literally feeling, vomiting profusely, like my body completely rejected it. So I feel because my body is so sensitive to me that our jollof rice was safe the other day. However, now going forward, I'll certainly inquire because I made an assumption, which I should not have. Same thing with arancini. Those of you that have had arancini, you know, the Italian rice balls. Traditionally, that is cooked with chicken broth. So even if it says vegetarian arancini, I always check with the kitchen that it's in fact made with a veggie broth. So, you know, it is what it is. And also, can I just say something? This waffle is delicious. I have not had gluten in like a year and a half. And then, as you know, we were doing our detox just prior to coming for a good month or so. And then this trip came up, which is a wedding, and so we're here for somebody else, so it's not entirely about us. So I'm having to make concessions for the fact that it's really hard to, you know, access some of the foods that I would eat on a daily basis. And maybe that's not entirely true. It's just that we've only been here for 4 days, and I've had not a lot of exposure or time to sort of get my bearings. I feel like if we were here for a month, I could probably realistically get back to what we were doing prior to being here. But we're here for a short period of time. So we're making concessions. I'm making concessions by eating gluten, which does bother me because I'm dealing with a skin condition right now. But we will definitely do a full cellular detox. Hello, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Lovely, lovely. These flies are not playing. This one does not want to come out of the cup. Do we tell Ishé? He's taking residence. What do we do? Good Lord. Talk about stubborn. That is to say, making concessions. Thankfully, the body does heal. And thankfully, we've been doing so much good for our body that it can handle this for a period of time where we're eating foods that we typically wouldn't be eating, like gluten, which we don't consume at the home at all. We've had a little bit of dairy. It is what it is. We're doing our best. When in Rome, guys. One of the things that my mentor taught me ages ago is that wait, I should warn you, and the viewers saw this too. Fly took full on home residency here and would not come out. So I'm going to try and get you a different cup. Because he stayed there for a minute trying to plant roots, right?
Oh, yeah. Probably your family in there right now.
Right, that's just it. So it goes to, that is to say, that my mentor used to say to me, do the best that you can, always strive to do the best that you can. If it's going to stress you out, if it's going to give you anxiety or make things difficult for you, then it simply is not worth it, because by virtue of you trying to stick so hard, being so rigid to your nutritional needs or preferences even whilst traveling, if that's going to make you more stressed when you're already under a lot of stress because you're not at home, you're in a different time zone, etc., you're not in your typical environment, then it doesn't behoove you to kill yourself for it. Which is why, I have to kind of be a little bit more easeful in how we approach our nutrition here. At home, he knows I'm very strict. He knows I don't bring dairy, I don't bring gluten into the home, sugar, all the rest of that. But here, we have to make concessions. We're not in our home, we're not in our home country. Well, he kind of is. But we are in our home continent.
Better.
It's just that we've not gotten our bearings, so that comes with time. So what I'm saying to you all, is that when you're traveling, do the best that you can, and know that if you have to make concessions whilst traveling, it's for a period of time only. And when you get back, you can always do a cleanse, a detox. The body's extremely forgiving. And if you've been taking care of your body leading up to the trip, which we have been anyways, we were doing our detox, our herbs, our supplements, etc., our yoga, our running, our gym, then your body can handle a period of 2 weeks where you're maybe eating things that you typically wouldn't eat, like gluten or a little bit of dairy. Make sense? That's what I really want you guys to take away from this, is that don't make yourself sick over your dietary restrictions. That defeats the purpose of wellness. Bada bing, bada boom.
There you go. This is all great. I like the radish. That's a nice touch to this avocado toast. And there's some other, just tomatoes. The seeds, where are these?
I think they're poppy seeds and sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, hey, we're cool in the gang right now. And it's it's starting to pick up a little bit inside.
You guys could have seen it Friday night.
Friday night, yeah, they had the live band playing American jazz music.
It was the place to be.
Incidentally, right? American jazz, all elements of African music, especially the guitar, the banjo, that came from this continent. Of course, the drums, the rhythm, measures, the tone, undeniable. So,
Oh man, I'm kind of low-key regretting eating outside. I noticed that there isn't anyone else eating outside, probably because they're locals and they get it, and we are visitors and we're silly.
I'll tell you one thing though. If there's flies flying around it, that means the food is fresh.
Don't they fly around carcass as well, though? I guess the meat
The carcass is fresh too.
Man.
But we've been places where there was 10 gazillion flies flying around the food. So this is a little better. I got no complaints. I wish I could have answered Sunny though.
I know. The kitchen said that they were out, but we were literally the first ones in here today. It is what it is.
Oh, not available. Maybe they on the way to the market or the
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? You're probably right. If we had come a little bit later.
But we're gonna head out to the beach either today or tomorrow. I think today, hopefully. Definitely have some seafood. Just fish though.
Fish.
No crustaceans.
Okay. So recently, incoming, you guys will have seen that we have just come from the Happiness Center. And I don't know if you took note, listeners, but Akashe said that C19, the Nigerians didn't recognize it, for them it was like non-existent, more or less, is what he was alluding to. But you can go back to the footage and actually have a listen, because I don't want to, put words in his mouth. And as I'm sure a lot of you will recall that in the late spring, early summer of 2020, there was a period of time when India was getting a lot of attention for supposedly succumbing to many, many, many deaths. Like, they made it sound like it was millions and millions of people, or maybe it's just my memory. Let me know what your thoughts are. Maybe you could even go back and find those ads and those papers and those, the messaging that was kind of being delivered at that time. Well, recently the health minister of India came out himself and said that actually people that succumbed to C19, who died with it, right? Let's be clear, with it, and the CDC has also admitted to this for the US, that people were succumbing with it, but not necessarily as a direct result of just that. You needed to have 3 or 4 more comorbidities, etc. Basically, their final tally was at around 485,000 people. Any life that's lost is always tragic, let's be clear. However, the official narrative as per the CDC and the WHO was actually closer to 5 million. And not that you will hear this on legacy media, of course, but the Minister of Health of India is actually calling this out. How it is that the CDC and the WHO came up with a figure of nearly 5 million when it was just under under 500,000, really and truly. So, I mean, I leave it to you. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that if it was as bad and as deadly as they said, that it warranted borders being closed, schools being closed, people losing their homes, businesses and savings, people not being able to work, ending up homeless and desolate, people committing suicide and being depressed, children now having anxiety? Do you think it was worth it? This is a question that I'm generally posing. It's not for me to say. I'm not the end-all be-all. I will just say that there was a lot of damage done in the way that this whole situation was handled, and it should make us all question why it was handled this way. Because as someone who's traveled to Africa multiple times, and even with Ishé, we never saw that kind of fear-mongering happening here, even during that time period. And more importantly, wouldn't you say that if something was as dangerous and as deadly as it was made out to be by MSM, which is mainstream media? What was I thinking about? Just kidding.
From MSNBC.
Too many acronyms, guys. But wouldn't you think that these would have been the countries that were the hardest hit? Right?
Supposedly,
if it was that bad and that deadly, that it warranted everything that took place, including this massive effort to, with this worldwide, you know, right, making everything mandatory, right? Was it all worth it? That's a question that I'm genuinely posing. And I will say this as well for those of you that don't know, because Anna said, oh yes,
Everything fine.
everything is lovely, thank you.
Okay, for 9 weeks.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
The other question that I would pose is, were you also aware that the state of India, or sorry, the country of India is currently pursuing legal action against the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation? There is a long history, especially in the early 2000s, of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation doing this to a large demographic of young women who are now sterile. I mean, you can look that up for
women
yourself.
of color.
You can look that
And
up.
why do these people who have no medical background or history get to make these decisions? And has anybody ever thought of that? Like, has it came across your mind? Like,
Well-
people who are making decisions are not medical professionals, don't have any experience in the medical field.
Well, I think in the words of JP, it's important to acknowledge that Mr. Gates studied nothing and graduated with nothing and went to no medical school. So I think that that's really important to acknowledge.
This is the man behind, one of the men behind this whole crazy scheme.
The other thing I wanted to bring up to you guys, and again, I don't recommend you try to Google this or anything. You would have to go to a different browser, pick one that hasn't been compromised. But look up the damage that was done to these women that were inoculated in the early 2000s. Hundreds of thousands of them in India currently are sterile, and there are actual lawsuits that are ongoing pertaining to this very issue against the foundation belonging to the Gates. But even if you want to discount that, as of more recently, currently right now, the action suit that's being pursued is criminal action against the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation over this whole C-19 situation, the way it was handled, because he was seen as a major figure for how things have been handled globally. Somebody who was never elected, somebody who didn't go to medical school, but we digress. A country is taking steps now to criminally go after this person, and if people aren't paying attention to that, my question is, why would you not? Because a country wouldn't go after a citizen, a private citizen. And by the way, they're not just, this is not a civil suit, this is a criminal suit in which if he is found guilty, the penalty is death in India. If you don't think that that's worthy of news, and if you don't think that that's worthy in terms of looking into and why and how they've built a case where they feel that they have enough evidence to now pursue it criminally, again, I would ask you why. Why are you not interested in this? Why would you make this figure your go-to, when it comes to what you should do with yourself and your health? Just questions.
Your health.
We're not here to offer any advice into what you should do or shouldn't do. I'm just asking you to think and ask questions and be a critical thinker, right? Because there are things that are happening, and also ask yourself, why is the media not reporting this? Why aren't they reporting this? When a country goes after a private citizen criminally, and the sentence is death, if found guilty, why isn't this being covered? Why is this person still allowed to be the talking head, if you will?
You know why.
But what say you? And on that note, finita la musica.
Namaste. Just came back from an expensive brunch. We spent like what, $80 US? But
For
we're on
2
vacation.
dishes, guys.
We're on vacation.
One little itty bitty falafel waffle,
And
And
a
then-
few blueberries
little avocado toast.
and a big mushroom. But what you expect when you go in the parking lot and all you see is G-Wagons, Ranges,
And
Range
valet
Rovers,
parking,
and valet park.
just like at Flower Shop.
Yeah.
Porsches, other high-end vehicle.
Yep. So you won't miss anything in the States if you're here. Tripping that we're walking.
Because people here that are wealthy have drivers and fancy vehicles. Foreigners, same thing.
Yep. If you have money, you should be riding, not walking. I think it's the mentality. Venus. Oh.
Not sure if you can hear me, because this traffic is no joke. Check out this mural. Tuk tuk. Wait, let me flip it. Alright guys, I know it's not a great view. I would have needed to be really across the street from it.
Oh yeah, it's Sunday night. It's about 9, and it's still people still out. Like nobody's tired. Everybody's out. The night is still like it's Friday or Saturday. Like the days of the week don't matter. And we're headed to, I hate to say this name, Moist Beach Club. Can't believe I'm going somewhere that's called Moist Beach Club. Nobody wants to be on the Moist Beach. Nobody even wants to be in a club named Moist, but that's where we're going. So we're just gonna check it out. It's Sunday, kind of bored, and I don't want to just, if I sit on the couch anymore, I'm just gonna fall asleep. So I'm getting used to the time, almost there. Probably get really used to it by the time we're ready to leave. I'm out. You went there, right? Know me yet, but they will. So, yeah. Right.
My king. My forever king.
So we just paid
We just got swindled.
I don't know. I mean, but we were supposed to pay to get in anyway. It was 2,000 naira for both of us. So that's about what? That's about $4.
Is it $4? I thought it
No,
was
it's
two.
about for both of us.
It's about $4.
Yeah, so she didn't want to pay it all, but that's the price.
Because I could tell that they were swindling us, but then I spoke to a guy that had a security tee, but he was more clever than me, because he went along with the lie. But the cars were coming in not paying, so I'm like, why are you stopping us? Because we just happened to have we came out of the Uber because the queue was too long to queue up in traffic. So we're like, we'll just walk through. That's how they got us, but it's fine. If they need it, they can have it. I mean,
Yeah.
we're,
I mean,
we're
you know.
blessed. We have enough.
It's too many to fight, so
Yeah.
I
But
can't.
also, I mean, we see what the situation is like.
Yeah.
I don't like being lied to. That's not the part that bothers me. If they had just asked, it would have been better. Because we have been giving money away. We will give money when we can. It's the swindling that,
Yeah.
I can see that they
it's
need
annoying.
it though. Yeah.
But it's what it is, right? Right?
can't hear myself.
Both my parents are black. I'm not oh my god.
Just do. See that down below now.
No, you're my sister. I'm not white.
This is. Hey.
White people like you, people like it, or white people like you. People think you're with a white woman.
Nah, but that was the same. Okay.
That's my wallet and it's
anxiety.
So shout out to everybody. You are the MVP.
No, you know what? This is what we get for being arrogant and thinking, oh, the US dollar is all that. And it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. But now people, or countries rather, are...
They don't want our money.
They're working to disentangle, not like Jada Pinkett entangle, but actually disentangle themselves from the United States and the US dollar. And we can't be mad at them.
No.
Get your independence.
So we just came from the vibe of all vibes. That was insane, but it was dope as hell. I was just not expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be that fun, that crowded, that just all our people just, having a good time and all that.
Were you surprised by how low I could drop it?
She was dropping it low. She was dropping it low to the flow.
We had a grown and sexy night.
I didn't know she had it in there.
Because,
I kind of knew, but I didn't. And she showed it. I was like, oh. She been getting... How many... She got hit on this whole time we've been here. It's just like I'm invisible.
He might as well be wearing an invisibility cape. Because no one cares that he's beside me. The men here are aggressive. So ladies in America or internationally worldwide, if you're looking for a man, look no more. Come to Niger. Someone will definitely scoop you up.
Oh, they'll scoop you up.
Definitely scoop you up. Get away from the West where everybody is too cool for school and no one is trying to make a move or pursue or court. You might as well just get on the next flight and come to Lagos.
By the way, it is night. It's Sunday night. Right now it's like 10, 11? Yeah. Almost 11.
Almost 11.
And the party was still going on.
It was just getting started.
Yeah, that's true. It's just getting started.
All the really wealthy,
now.
The artists, the creatives, the influencers, with this, they were just showing up now.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy irony clash, mishmash. It's like rich and poor partying at the same time.
On the same beach.
Same beach. Clubs. I don't know. I can't explain it. Like I've been. It reminded me of the Caribbean times 80, times 800. You've been to like Jamaica or Dominican Republic or Panama. Yeah, they ain't got nothing on. This is where it started.
Oh yeah.
This partying like this.
That they do in JA. All of this.
Oh, she about
started right here. All that grinding and whining, all that dirty wine.
Yeah, except it's
right
dirty. Here. It's dirty here. It's dirty in the States. I mean, in the Caribbean. It's dirty.
The juxtaposition, though, of the wealthy and the not is wild.
The haves and the have-nots all together.
Yeah. It's very, it's kind of hard to see.
Nobody forgets where they came from, I think. All right, let's see what we got else. What else we got? So, Pinkberry, Cold Stone, and Domino's made it over here. Crazy. So, you want to comment on all the comments just because you light skin. I think they say white is your class.
Ooh, ouch. So we met this lovely young lady who was trying to solicit us for some business and entice us to go to a particular, I think, club that maybe she was working for or at on the beach whilst at Moist, only to be told that, hey, miss, if you come with me over here, you'll be around white people like yourself. If you saw our video as to what happened to us over at the Taylor's, you know why this is hitting a little close to home. Okay, our Uber's here. Gotta go. Bye.